always, man, it's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now, listen, man, you can tap in or you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now, you already know time, energy, the highest forms of currency, my G's. I know they got you out here chasing the bag, chasing that money and chasing that paper, stacking that cheese, that cheddar, and that mozzarella. But always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex that time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G's, at all times. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, big salute to all my day one investors, man. Everybody that's highly invested in the channel, everybody that understands that we are growing this channel organically, constant elevation. Yeah, we on our way to the top, well over 60,000 subscribers, and we on our way to 70K, all right? Even bigger salute to all my newcomers, all my new subscribers, all my new investors, everybody that's making their way to the Realest channel on YouTube. Yours truly, Grown Man Business TV, is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, do me a favor, my G's. Wipe off your feet before you step into the big house. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear every time you step foot in the Realest channel on YouTube. Yours truly, Grown Man Business TV, is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Now, I got a lot of people in the DMs right now, my G's. Yo, Big G and BTV, what's your thought process on the American dream? I mean, what's your perspective, Big G and BTV, on the American dream? And one thing for sure, two things for certain, man, it is absolutely nasty work. It's nasty work that the American dream, along with 911, is a joke. Absolutely hysterical. I mean, comedian Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, Mike Epps. The American dream, along with 911, is a joke. Yeah, just like Public Enemy said in that classic song, 911 is a joke. And see, one thing for sure, two things for certain, the platform is growing organically. So it's a lot of dog fur that's reaching out to me. It's a lot of dog fur that's in the comment section and in the DMs. And you know, GMB TV, why you gotta be so harsh? Why you gotta pull the race card? Why it seems like you got some type of hate speech? When the truth is pure, when it's pure dope and it's not stepped on, a lot of the times when it's coming from a melanated man, it's mistaken for hate speech. All right. So this conversation, I wanted to get into the American dream. I want to show you both sides of the spectrum. I want you to understand that this is not racism. This is not hate speech. This is just a mirror being held up, right? But what you got to understand is, at the end of the day, right, the day got to end. Yeah. At the end of the day got to end. And at the top of the mountain, it is already understood that race means nothing. Yeah, at the top of capitalism, at the top of this mountain called capitalism, right? Race means nothing. It is a mere tool used to keep the peasants, to keep the middle and lower class distracted long enough for them to rob us of every freedom, every constitutional right. All right? So for all of my Caucasian counterparts, for all of my, new subscribers that's new to this dope, that love the content, because y'all keep coming back. Oh, yeah. One thing for sure, two things for certain. The analytics show y'all keep returning. Y'all haven't subscribed and unsubscribed. Y'all reaching out in the DM. Y'all in the comment section. So you're engaging. And you're engaging for a reason. If you thought that I was just some radical racist, you wouldn't engage. You wouldn't give your time and your energy. You understand? But because it's something deeper, it's something realer, it's something organic about this situation. When you come here to Grown Man Business TV, it don't matter how many times I say dog fur. You love it. All right? Yeah. Don't worry. Listen, I know you bashful. I know you shy. I know your cheeks is blushing. You got them red cheeks right now. Y'all, you know how you get red and all that. You blushing and all. Don't worry. I'm gonna say it for you. You love this. And if you didn't love it, then I made you love it. Y'all always love this. Y'all always did. Don't fight it. When you come to Grown Man Business TV, don't fight the feeling. All right? So we're going to have a conversation tonight. Big salute to the chat. Y'all already know, man, it get deep, it get wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. Big salute to the homie, Mr. Universe. I see you in here, Big Wrenches. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to talk about how we have been tricked. We have been tricked. We have been lied to. We have been sold the American dream, and the American dream is outdated. The American dream is no longer obtainable. Actually, they got us subscribing. They got us paying subscriptions. Yeah. We can no longer obtain the American dream, but we can subscribe to it. We can no longer buy music, but we can subscribe. We gonna have a conversation. All right. Big salute to the chat. Y'all already know, man. Before I go any further, before we get this pure dope straight off the brick into the bottles, I got to do some customizations to the chat. Yes, the higher ups and the elites are always playing chess at the highest level. The higher ups and the elites are always trying to muffle a message. They're always trying to shadow ban the channel. The higher ups and the elites understand that Grown Man Business TV is an absolute threat to the establishment. And not only am I a threat to the establishment, but the revolution will be televised right here in these YouTube streets. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You can like it or you can love it. And guess what? I'm going to make you love it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, so big salute to the chat. See you in here, Breezy Santana. What it do? We made some moves. We had some things to do today. We making some real good progress. We will be chopping game about this as soon as everything settles. We will be having a conversation. You know, we keeping our eyes on the prize right now. The American dream is a joke. You know, when I was growing up, they sold us the American dream. My generation is the last generation that fully believed in this facade, in this mirage, in this false fairy tale of an American dream. But see, we're gonna have a conversation because when I approach this is going to give the dog fur that's in my DM, the dog fur that's in my comment section, talking crazy. I want to say that. Yeah, you new subscribers with that. Yeah, y'all been talking real. Boy, it was one comment, I ain't gonna lie. I had to get you out of there. You wrote me a whole paragraph, and I already knew you was new to the channel, because if you was a day one investor, if you was already invested in this channel, you already heard me say I don't read novels. Yeah. When me and my old lady get to arguing about something and she write me a paragraph, I don't read it. So I'm damn sure not gonna read yours. But I seen a couple of sentences. And you was talking real spicy. Yeah, my comment section. Whole head full of dog fur, talking crazy to Grown Man Business TV. And you are one of the reasons for the downloads that downloaded tonight. All right, but it ain't gonna be what you think. I'm not gonna attack you. I'm not gonna disrespect you. I'm gonna educate you. I want to give you some game on this, youngster. All right, I want you to pay attention. Let's get into this. Big salute to the chat. Now, listen to me. You already know when you see that right there at the bottom of the chat. You see that right there at the bottom of it, right there. Before you get in here with your Twitter fingers, using your Twitter fingers all in the comment section, doing the Twittering with your Twitter fingers all in the comment section, extra Twittering all in the comment section with the Twitter fingers. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure your notification bells are ringing loud and clear every time you step foot in the Realest channel on YouTube. Yours truly, Grown Man Business TV, is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. You can like it or you can love it, and guaranteed, I'm going to make you love this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to make you love this. All right? The American dream. You know, it's a lot of people talking about the collapse of America. It's a lot of people talking about the state of the citizens in America. You know what I mean? The conditions that we living under. How things are irate. Things are out of control. It's nasty work. And a lot of people don't understand and they are trying to connect and relate the American dream to how we are living now. And what you got to know and what you got to understand is that the American dream is a joke. The American dream is a facade, it's a narrative, it's a lie that was sold to us. But just like any and everything else in this day and age on American soil, the veil has fallen. We can see through the smoke and mirrors. There is no hiding what's going on. Whatever happened between the old matrix that I grew up in, COVID, and this new matrix, it's a whole nother world. It's a whole nother playbook. Y'all gotta really get in the huddle and figure out how to adjust to this new matrix. Because when we were young, when I was in school, we still believed us 80s babies was the last generation that believed in the American dream. These youngsters don't believe in the American dream. They don't believe in a structure. They don't believe in the outdated information that y'all feeding us. And I don't blame them. All right? But again, what I really want you to understand is you got to get out your feelings. You know, I'm going to talk to the dog for tonight the same way I talk to New Yorkers. You got to get out your feelings. Soon as we say something about New York, y'all get in y'all little feelings. You get your little panties in a knot. Your little panties and your little skirt fall. You got to pull your skirt up. And it's the same thing with the dog fur. For some reason, whenever a grown man that stands on grown man business is talking to y'all and he ain't sugarcoating the content and he's giving y'all the information, y'all take it and y'all become defensive. And what I need y'all to do, listen to me. I need y'all to tap into your ancestors. Yeah, them old white guys that used to get it popping on American soil. They'll hang your ass. They'll start a civil war. They'll take land. They didn't give a damn what a black man had to say about them. Boy, call your ass a boy at the drop of a dime. Y'all need to tap into that. We don't want to deal with these soft, mushy, I don't know what happened to y'all. Okay? I'm just talking to you through a platform. You know, and you feel so defensive about it that you're moving and you're acting off of emotion. I want the old white man back. This is not time. Yeah, I don't know what's going. This is not Bruce Jenner. I want the old white man that didn't give a damn. Yeah, he didn't give a damn about the government, and he didn't give a damn about nobody else. If your ass ain't right, your ass ain't right. Got to be white to be right. So get out your feelings. Pull your skirt up. Your panties is showing. All right? We are in a new day and age on American soil where you could look at a black man right in his eyes. We not face to face, so you don't have to fear that primal instinct. You know, y'all got a primal fear when it comes to this melanin. But you now have the luxury to experience a full-grown big dog, a grown man that stands on grown man business with this copper-colored melanin. And you could do it at the safety in your own home. Right behind your computer screen in your basement. And me talking to you through this screen, you still feel the power. I need you to tighten up. Pull your listen to me, pull your skirt up. I want to just get that out before we get into these receipts. To all my white subscribers, to all my Caucasian counterparts, listen to me, man. I got love for you. But I got to have tough love. I'm not going to baby. I'm not going to coddle you. I'm not going to rock you to sleep. I'm not going to sing you a lullaby. Yeah, I'm not singing your ass no lullabies. Y'all been being rocked and coddled and rocked to sleep my whole life. That's why y'all believed in the American dream, because the American dream was available to y'all. And we gonna get into that. We gonna get into these receipts so that you can understand that the majority of these receipts is from y'all. The majority of the people that is complaining about the American dream is y'all. because y'all have always had access to it. You don't really see us on YouTube, on social media, every day making these long drawn out videos about how we can't survive and we ain't making enough and how we gonna survive and making ends meet and we can't buy food and we can't pay bills and health insurance and see, we ain't never had it like that. We've been living like this our whole lives. The majority of us grew up understanding our parents can't make ends meet. The majority of my people, we grew up at arm's reach of the American dream. Okay? So I need you to understand that this ain't the time for white tears. This ain't white tears ain't gonna help you. We don't believe you. We just want you to understand that you have lost your pass into white supremacy. You are no longer looked amongst your people as a part of that class. They don't look at y'all no different than the Mexicans, the blacks, and whatever other immigrant that's on American soil. You have now been put in the pot with everybody else. Okay? So we're gonna get into this, but I need you to take this in and get it off your chest. Talk about it. Express yourself. Because after you tell the world how y'all can't make ends meet and it's getting harder to live and you're tired of doing this, then now it's gonna take, after y'all talk, we need action. We're gonna get into that. Big salute to the chat, man. We're gonna have a conversation tonight. I wanted to deliver that to y'all, like, you know, what done got into y'all? Y'all been drinking too many lattes and Starbucks. Y'all been drinking too much goddamn I don't know the name of the drinks at Starbucks, but y'all done got real goddamn marshmallowy on us. To the dog fur, y'all done got real marshmallowy. Y'all done got real soft. Put your ass in the s'mores and put your ass over the campfire. Yeah, and they white fatigue, goddammit. We getting tired of your ass. Yeah, you can't have black fatigue without white fatigue. And I'm gonna tell you something. We damn sure getting tired. We getting tired now. When it's time to goddamn go get them ropes and them nooses, we can't find your ass. It's time to go to war now. Yeah, back in the day, y'all was hanging people and you was lynching people. Well, it's time to lynch. It's time to go to work. Where's the red hats at? Where's MAGA at? Where's the KKK? Where's the white hoods at? Where's the horses? Yeah, it's time to go out there and do some work now. Now we need you. We need your ass to... We're going to talk. Big salute to the chat. Big salute to the chat. Let's get into this first receipt. I wanted to throw that out there. I need y'all to understand that we about to get into this. The American dream is a joke. The problem is we already knew it. My people, we already knew that 911 is a joke. The American dream ain't real. Y'all are the only ones on American soil that had the privilege of believing in this democracy, in white supremacy. And now all that's crashing down. And now none of it makes sense to you. If you notice, y'all are the only one. I ain't seen no Mexicans. I ain't seen no Latinos. I ain't seen no black people making these videos. Let's get into this, all right? Big salute to the chat. We're going to run this receipt. We're going to let it run for a few minutes, and then we're going to double back, and we're going to elaborate. Breezy, I see you in here. What it do, man? Everybody hit the like button. Well over 300 people in here. Late night live stream. Hit the like button. Tap the screen twice. Don't be a hater your whole life. Stop being a hater and tap the screen. Run them likes up. Let's get into this receipt.
Someone explain this to me. A husband goes to work in an office 8 hours a day. A wife goes to work 8 hours a day in an office. The kids go to school 8 hours a day. Everyone feels like they're in a prison institution between the hours of 8 to 5, under yellow fluorescent lights, typing all day long. Then everyone finally comes home, burnt out. The kid has like 3 hours of homework and sports, and you get maybe 2 hours with your family before bed. And then we only get 2 days out of the week where we're completely free to do whatever we want. We used to be outside. We used to be farming, living in communities. Now we're in front of screens all day long, in pointless meetings with micromanaging bosses. I cannot tell you how many meetings I've been in that have been completely pointless. All of this could have been a 3-sentence email. I have 3 bullet points worth of action items, yet it had to be a 30-minute meeting. But nope, I have to spend hours every single day in pointless meetings. People in corporate, what else are we using other than fireflies to not crash out at our job?
Quite a few things feel off in America right now, and many people can feel it. They are exhausted, burned out, and stretched thin in many ways that really didn't exist not too long ago.
I don't understand how 70% or more of people are okay with working 40 or more hours per week, sometimes with 2 jobs, just to barely be making it, to have nothing left at the end of the week, be 1 week's paycheck away from total chaos, bankruptcy, and homelessness. Why are we accepting this? And I know, I'm just an average guy here in America. I don't wear a fancy suit and tie. I'm not being paid to manipulate you through the TV. Some of us out here have thought about what we can do collectively to solve this problem. And really, it doesn't involve violence. And that's a great thing, because what has history taught us? That doesn't solve shit either. That just makes the rich people richer and digs us in a further hole and keeps us right where they want us.
I'll tell you what, man, I'm about to the point to where I'm going to sell all my shit and start living like the Amish. If the economy don't get much better, that's exactly what we're going to do. Gas is too damn high, groceries too damn high, everything's just too damn high. It don't matter if you make $100,000 a year anymore. I mean, shit. It's like you making $15 an hour. You know? I mean, good Lord, man. Something's got to give. And you're going to have folks say, well, you got to budget your money better and this and that and other. And while that may have some, play in it, I will say, but good God, at the same time, you can't sit here and tell me that the price of everything ain't gone up. Because it has. I mean, this economy is trash, man. Well, you shouldn't have voted for the orange man. I didn't vote for anybody. Something's got to give. We got to do something. This shit's crazy.
Just 30.
Okay, I want to stop him right there. We got some more that's going to come into play. But I want to kind of address that. And I want to give y'all the same advice I remember hearing when I was growing up. Listen to me. Just listen. Listen, go ahead and listen to me. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Stop being lazy and get 3 jobs. Oh, see how that feels? You see how that sounds? Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Stop complaining and stop being lazy and go to work. Yeah. Oh man, the people are just working 40 hours a week and blah, blah. Bro, our parents was working 2 and 3 jobs. Our parents was working, look, brother, 40 hours a week would have been a goddamn dream for some of our parents. They would have gave a goddamn pinky finger to work just 40 hours a week and make it. And then the girl, she said, we used to be outside. We used to be on farms. Well, listen, the majority, we wasn't on farms. We used to have farms back in the day before your grandfather and your great-grandfather stole them farms. The American Negro farmer, that's a title for a reason. The Negro farmer was the farmers of America before your great-grandfather, eminent domain, they was squatting, etc. Before y'all stole. So again, right? Listen to the plight of these people right now. They are saying things that I remember my parents saying when I was 10 years old. well over 20 some 30 years ago. And we was told to pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. We was told to stop complaining. We was told to go harder. Go harder, get it out the mud. You see? You see what I'm saying? And y'all were able back in the day, because I'm going to let some of this play. I want y'all to really listen to this. Y'all was able to work 40 hours a week. Y'all was able to drop out of high school, go get a job here, go get a job there, and still obtain a house, raise a family, send your kids to college. Y'all had access to the American dream. And I want to tell you something. Y'all took advantage of that. Y'all didn't take the American dream and really build something because y'all thought it was going to last forever. What you got to understand is the whole reason y'all was able to achieve and receive the American dream is off the back of foundational Black Americans. You know, the copper-colored indigenous people who built this country, made it strong enough and made it sturdy enough for y'all to stand on and reap the benefits. And if y'all was connected to the Most High, if y'all was connected to Mother Nature, if y'all understood exactly what was going on, y'all would have took the opportunity that y'all was presented and y'all would have built a civilization. We shouldn't be in a position this far in our history in America to where we are dealing with government shutdowns. We are dealing with whispers of famine. We are dealing with these primal problems. These problems are caveman issues. Caveman issues. All right? So the fact that we were being held back 40 years ago, my parents, this has been the plight of our environment and our community for the last 35 years. The fact that y'all are now finally feeling it and receiving it speaks to the fact that y'all didn't take nothing y'all was given and really utilize it. Okay? Let's let a little bit more of this go. Big salute to the chat. You know, I'm going to go somewhere with this, but I need to hold the mirror up. This is why nobody feels sorry. This is why nobody is ranting and raving. There is nobody marching, because this has been our reality for a long time. Not being able to truly make ends meet, not being able to afford the house with the white picket fence, not being able to afford a farm or land. Let's go. Talk to the people. Look.
years ago, someone could be working at Macy's, marry someone who's working at Lowe's 40 hours a week, get married, buy a house, and raise 3 children. The American dream, and pull that off in their late 20s or early 30s. Now, we created an economy where none of the essential jobs for Gen Zers can afford to have access to the American dream in a reasonable time frame. They might be able to save and get access to it at 57, but what the fuck? You want them to live in an apartment and sacrifice till they're 57? When every other generation before us got to have access to it in their late 20s, early 30s, if you f***ed up maybe late 30s, you shouldn't have to be a brain surgeon and a top YouTuber getting married to buy the average house and have 1 child. When just 30 years ago, a high school dropout who's like, I'm just going to live my life and get a job down the street could raise a family on that. That's the American dream. That's 30 years ago, someone could be working at Macy's, marry someone who's working at Lowe's 40 hours a week, get married, buy a house, and raise 3 children. The American dream, and pull that off in their late 20s or early 30s. Now, we created an economy where none of the essential jobs for Gen Zers can afford to have access to the American dream in a reasonable time frame. They might be able to save and get access to it at 57, but what the fuck? You want them to live in an apartment and sacrifice till they're 57? When every other generation before us got to have access to it in their late 20s, early 30s, if you f***ed up maybe late 30s, you shouldn't have to be a brain surgeon and a top YouTuber getting married to buy the average house and have 1 child. When just 30 years ago, a high school dropout who's like, I'm just going to live my life and get a job down the street could raise a family on that. That's the American dream. That's where the boomers get that work hard, pull yourself up. No shit. If you could drop out of high school and go work 50 hours a week at a factory and break your back, but you bought a house and raised 3 kids with a stay-at-home mom, you should be proud of that. We're not trying to take that from you. That doesn't exist anymore. You have to be extraordinary today to live an ordinary life.
You're ever at work and then you look around and you're like, damn.
These are website names that are still somehow available.
A part of the system. Because I always think that, and I always trying to find a way to get out. Oh my gosh. But here I am. It's the only way I get money. It's not, we shouldn't be living like this, to be honest.
I live in a
Someone could be working at Macy's, marry someone who's working at Lowe's, 40 hours a week, get married, buy a house, and raise 3 children.
Now, I want to stop my man right there. I want to break down what he was saying, right? Now, think about this. He said 30 years ago, somebody could drop out of high school, work at Macy's, somebody could work at Lowe's, and they would make enough to buy a house and raise 3 children. In what community was this? In what environment bruh. Nah. I know people they parents worked at this place, Kmart. The other parent worked here and they was living there. Nah, bro, it wasn't like that for us. Y'all have been exposed to a certain level of you know, is nasty work, respectfully, man. You know what I'm saying? So again, when you listen to him talk, I'm gonna let him talk again, because if you look at the conviction in his voice and in his face, you will understand that he really experienced this. He really experienced and believes that 30 years ago, I was 12 years old. If your ass dropped out of high school and was working at Kmart, your ass won't have to buy no house. Oh no. A house? Oh no. If your ass dropped out of high school and went to work at Kmart and you had 3 kids, boy, yeah, you probably had government cheese. It was somewhere in poverty. In poverty. I wish our parents could have quit high school and worked at Kmart, and both our parents got a job at Kmart, and we could have lived happily ever after. Yeah, that wasn't the drink. We didn't have access to that. All right, I'm gonna let my man finish, and then we gonna move forward. Big salute to the chat.
The American dream, and pull that off in their late 20s or early 30s. Now, we created an economy where none of the essential jobs for Gen Zers can afford to have access to the American dream in a reasonable time frame. They might be able to save and get access to it at 57, but what the fuck? You want them to live in an apartment and sacrifice till they're 57? When every other generation before us got to have access to it in their late 20s, early 30s, if you fucked up maybe late 30s, you shouldn't have to be a brain surgeon and a top YouTuber getting married to buy the average house and have 1 child. When just 30 years ago, a high school dropout who's like, I'm just going to live my life and get a job down the street could raise a family on that. That's the American dream. That's where the boomers get that work hard, pull yourself up. No shit. If you could drop out of high school and go work 50 hours a week at a factory and break your back, but you bought a house and raised 3 kids with a stay-at-home mom, you should be proud of that. We're not trying to take that from you. That doesn't exist anymore. You have to be extraordinary today to live an ordinary life.
You're ever at work?
So I want to kind of speak to that, and then we gonna move forward, right? And salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to all my new subscribers. I saw a comment in there. He said there's more land in the motherland. You know what I mean? And I'm sure it is more land over there, but I don't know how true it is that land is fruitful land. You understand what I'm saying? that's a whole nother conversation. But I always tell y'all, you know, they telling us that that's the motherland, so we don't look at this land as the motherland. So we don't look at this fruitful land for what it really is. You understand what I'm saying? The motherland is a beautiful place, but yeah, but that's a whole nother conversation, right? To those that's listening, to my Caucasians, my counterparts, right? See, for all those years when I was growing up, right, they tricked y'all out of position. They made y'all believe that y'all was a part of this system. They gave y'all a little bit. They allowed y'all to access certain doors of the American dream that we were banned from. We were redlined from. We were not given loans and not allowed business loans and not allowed to we was robbed of this. No matter how no matter how good our credit was, no matter how educated we was, it was somebody in one of those offices, in one of those banks with the dog fur that looked just like you, that already knew the underlying disdain and the underlying, agenda was to make sure we didn't access that. Okay? But with the higher ups and the elites, what they did was they made y'all believe that somehow, some way, y'all was above us. Y'all got the dog fur. Y'all are Caucasian white people. And look how you have the house with the picket fence. Look how you was able to drop out of high school, get a job, and support your family. Everybody should be able to do that if they wasn't so lazy. If they were like you, if they were superior like you, they could obtain that. And they lied to y'all. And the nasty part about it is that y'all fell for it. Y'all really believed the hype. You know when they say don't believe your hype, don't believe the hype, my G. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all really believed those lies. And y'all believed those lies long enough for them to keep y'all looking this way at the double cross until they was able to implement the triple cross. And that's where we are right now. We are at and we have entered the triple cross. The triple cross means, and the triple cross was set up, y'all never was a part of that yacht club. Y'all was never part of that yacht club. They gave y'all tickets, but those tickets didn't get you off the dock. Y'all been on the dock with us the whole time. Y'all been on the land with us the whole time. And y'all been looking at the yacht. Y'all was showing us tickets. Yo, we got VIP tickets, but y'all was never on the yacht. And now that y'all help build this yacht, y'all help support the dream, y'all help these reptilians and these higher ups in the elites. Now that y'all helped them get in position, now what they did is they showed y'all was never in the club. You ain't no different than them. And I wanna give y'all some game on this, and big salute to y'all. But you ever notice super rich white men don't ever talk about the trailer park that they came from? You ever notice that? You ever notice how, like, black people, right? We'll get some money and we'll talk about the hood we come from. We'll get in a $500,000 car and we'll drive back to the projects where we come from. Because somehow, some way, we still rock with those people, no matter how rich we get. But you ever notice that super rich white men that came from regular upbringings, you never see them go back to the old country town and show off, because once they get to a certain level, there is no connection. Super 500 Fortune company CEOs, they don't hang with people in the trailer park. They don't relate to y'all. White, dog fur and dog fur. But this dog fur don't hang out with hillbillies. You ever notice you don't see super rich white men hanging out with hillbillies, having drinks with hillbillies with overalls and a string of straw in his mouth? Because when they get to a certain level, they detach from y'all. They look at y'all the same way they look at a ghetto, a little black kid in the ghetto, a little white hillbilly kid and a little black kid in the ghetto, they are in the same bracket. See, y'all thought y'all was a part of that. Now y'all realizing y'all never was a part of that. And it's hurtful to y'all. That's why I'm being very articulate and I'm being very strategic with my words, because I understand that it is triggering. It's triggering for y'all to be able to look at society, not be able to afford gas, not be able to afford food, not be able to pay rent, really not be able to make ends meet, and for you to not understand it's always been like this. It's always been this way. See? I'm saying all that to say it ain't no beef between me and you. But I ain't Saucy Santana neither. Yeah. I'm a copper-colored, melanated man that you're going to respect as a man. And if we are men having a conversation, when I tell you this, you ain't don't turn it around on me. That's what women do. You ever get in an argument with your old lady or your girlfriend? She dead wrong. You know what I mean? You done caught this motherfucker red-handed, right? And instead of her taking accountability and having an adult conversation, she manipulates the situation and tries to turn it around on you. Oh, but if you was paying more attention to me, I wouldn't have been talking it. Yo, if you wasn't at work all the time, I wouldn't have been lonely. So I'm just saying, don't do that. Let the women do that. You know what I'm saying? To all of y'all in my DM and all that, and in my comment section and in the chat, you know what I'm saying? Don't try to get mad at me for just telling you what it is, for me observing what it is and then informing you. Oh, yo, you're a racist, man. Why you got so much hate? I don't, come on, brother. I ain't got no, I love my people. I just love my people and I rock with y'all. But I can't rock with y'all if I gotta goddamn, if I can't be me. You know what I'm saying? If I can't tell you the truth, then we can't be friends. Yeah, you tell you go through a phone and you say, who is this nigga? Oh, why would you do that? What do you mean? It ain't got nothing to do with why I did it. Why is you talking to this nigga? Oh, you was at work. If you paid enough attention to me, then so you the victim. You the victim. So y'all been living the American dream all these years. Y'all been buying houses with white picket fences. Y'all been telling us to pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. Y'all been telling us stop being lazy, stop complaining. If you don't like America, go somewhere else. Y'all been telling us all these things. But as soon as you realize that you in the same boat, now I'm being hateful. Now I'm being racist. You can tell us that we got nappy hair and the hair's nappy, and look at that nappy ass hair he has on his head. But as soon as I ask you why you smell like a Doberman pitcher when you get wet, all of a sudden I'm hateful. Yeah. When I ask you why you smell like a golden retriever when that rainwater touch your scalp, now all of a sudden I'm being racist. Oh, why would you say that, Grown Man Business TV? Why would you, dog fur, why would you say that? You know goddamn well you smell like a SPCA when that rainwater touch you. You know goddamn well you had the whole homeroom smelling like a goddamn animal shelter on a rainy morning. Okay, so I need y'all to understand that y'all have been tricked out of position. Okay? Take that in, look around, take accountability, and we can move forward together. Because the next step for you guys, for my Caucasian counterparts, it's time for y'all to rally the troops. It's time for y'all to rally the troops. And we're going to get deeper into that. We gonna get deeper into that. The same energy that y'all have for black people when y'all thought it was going to be a race war. Now that y'all know it's not a race war, it's not about black and white, it's not about race. All right, it's about classism, higher ups in the elites, people below the poverty line. Now that y'all understand, y'all can take that same energy and those same bullets and them same weapons that y'all was preparing to go to war with us, and y'all can go at the real opposition. All right, and we're going to get deeper into that because that's my real message to you guys. I don't want to argue. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to disrespect you, but don't be so ready for a race war and then get missing when it's time to go to war with them people. All right? Now, let's get into a couple of more of these receipts, man. I'm going to let this one guy talk, and we're going to get into another trick that they, yeah, man, they really got y'all, they really played y'all, man. Now, mind you, we've been talking about this for years, bro. We was told to pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. We was told to stop complaining, stop being lazy. We've been trying to warn y'all for years that this was happening. That the higher ups and the elites was robbing us, stealing from us. Cause it's gonna get a little bit deeper than this. I'm gonna let him talk, this guy right here, just because his mustache reminds me of a Sasquatch. Yeah. Oh yeah, his mustache reminds me of a Bigfoot. So I'm gonna let him talk. Go ahead and talk to the people, my G. Look. His goddamn mustache. Look at that motherfucker. Look at that goddamn dog fur across his mouth right there. Go ahead and use that dog fur, brother.
Fully functioning brain in the United States of America is an incredibly difficult existence. You are well aware, to the full extent, how evil, how sinister, how devious, how backwards this nation is. And once you have reached that level of consciousness, which really just requires some common sense, there's no going back. And from there, it's like, how do I go about my day, right? The days don't get any easier. The days don't get any shorter. You just have to function. You have to function as a part of something that you really do despise at the end of the day. All the while knowing how many other countries, many other first world countries exist and how different they are in essentially every aspect of the quality of life of their citizens. Here, it's backwards. And one of the biggest questions I ask myself, if I were the head honcho of a nation, right, a powerful nation, would I not want intelligent, healthy, capable citizens? But this country wants the opposite. Because you exist as a cog, you exist as cattle, you exist as a working farm animal, right? You have no purpose outside of that, right? These other nations, they want the best for their people because strong people make a strong state. Here, the state just does whatever it wants. So obviously it does not want capable, it does not want critically thinking, it does not want healthy people. And existing as someone who likes to live that way.
Imagine being able to build.
It's tough.
I feel like I am stuck in an abusive relationship that I cannot get out of. I have to pay the electric company or I won't have electricity. I have to go to the food store to buy groceries to eat and to feed my family or we will starve to death. I have to pay for medical insurance so that if something happens, we're protected. Auto insurance. Because what if there's a car accident? I have to buy gas. I can't just make gas on my own. I can't just make oil to heat my house. We are stuck. Because the only way that we will be unstuck is if every human being decided to do the exact same thing. Stop moving. Stop driving, stop traveling, give up your vehicles, live on a commune. But other than that, there's no way we are getting out of this abusive relationship. And we predicted that this was going to happen and nobody listened. And now it's happening. And I just spent almost $4 a gallon for gas. And guess what? Oh, well, because I'm in my car, because I have to drive places today. I have shit to do today. So it doesn't matter if the gas was $8 a gallon. I still have to buy gas, and they know that we have to buy gas. We're cogs in a wheel, all of us. working and working and working, and we're paying the government so much money to take care of us. We're buying things that we don't need. We're paying for things that we never asked for. And the things that we really, really need are not available to us. So we are stuck in this abusive relationship. And there is no place for us to go.
$1,500 rent is why people's grannies are sitting at the bus stop with their suitcases. Yeah, because their disability, their pensions no longer can cover their rent and their bills. It's not just young people who are too lazy to work. I rarely see young people on the street. It's all elderly and disabled people. They're clean, they're well dressed. I literally seen someone's grandmother at the bus stop with her church clothes on and her suitcases.
Sheesh. Saw somebody grandmama at the bus stop. Now I wanna speak to that, and we gonna move forward, right? But with the lady before her was talking about as far as like just being trapped in a rat race, working. Again, I don't want to be redundant, but we've been talking about this our whole lives, feeling like we working our lives away, feeling like we working all these hours. Your mama working 3 jobs, your daddy working 2, 3 jobs, and we still not able to, get to the next level, buy a house, live a productive life on American soil, have access to the American dream. Okay? So, again, we've been saying this, but now it's here for y'all. Okay? It's here. And one of the things that lady said that stood out to me is she said there's no way to get out of this. Well, that's incorrect. See, when my people felt fully just taken advantage of, we go to war on American soil. Y'all like to act like it's a thing or it's a problem when we get to looting and we get to burning stuff down and we get to doing etc., doing X, Y, and Z. But that's the only way. That's really the only thing that those people at the top that they respect and they acknowledge is the bottom line or violence. Either violence or impact the bottom line. It's no other way around it. So you could talk about it, right? But then, like I said, the next step is to take action. And to my Caucasians, it's up to y'all. It don't got nothing to do. Y'all, what are black people going to do? Y'all already know how we give it up. They know how we give it up. But they already know if we go outside and we give it up, how they're going to paint the narrative that we are, monkeys in the street. Look at these violent thug hooligans burning down America, burning down this great nation. Look at these black people burning down this great nation, and y'all gonna rock with it. Y'all gonna be in the house saying, look at these black people. Look at them. Becky, come look at this, Becky. Look at these goddamn black people out here. So it ain't up to us. It's up to y'all. Okay? Respectfully. Now, all of this talk about, not having enough money, not paying bills and paying rent. And I want to address something before we go into this next angle, right? One of y'all was in my DM. Oh, you don't own anything, Grown Man Business TV. It doesn't matter. Well, I want to give y'all some game on ownership and just some quick context. Anytime somebody tells you it doesn't matter if you're renting or you own your home because you don't own nothing, it's probably somebody that is renting. They're in an apartment complex in a project building, and they are paying $3,500 a month for a 1-bedroom. Oh, it doesn't matter. It definitely matters. Big salute to everybody out there with a mortgage. Let me rephrase that. Big salute to everybody out there with a fixed mortgage. Yeah. People out there with fixed mortgages Don't have to worry about that mortgage going up every year like you renters do. You know, you motherfuckers in an apartment, you're paying $1,800 a month, and next year they tell you you're paying $2,100 a month. The next year they tell you it's going up again. You're paying $2,500. Now, yeah. So don't never let nobody trick you out of position. Go get you some property. Go get you a fixed mortgage. Go and pay your little $1,800 a month for your big ass house. Okay? Yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. There's a lot of action in I got a lot of backlash from you people. All right? Now, let's have some fun with this. With all the talk of disenfranchisement, all the talk of making ends meet, the money ain't adding up, the economy is trash, we can't afford this and we can't afford that. Well, I wanna show you where your money is going. Because again, the majority of these people, not all of them, it's never all, but a high percentage of these people voted for the administration that's in office right now. See, again, listen, they tricked y'all out of position. They made y'all think that they cared about y'all. Yeah, you a white man, you a white woman, you should probably vote for this white man with the orange hair, and we're gonna make America great. White America, we're gonna make it great again. You remember when America was great? When you guys could live the American dream in peace. We're gonna make it great again. And y'all believed it. Yeah. Y'all went out in record numbers. White people did this. And y'all voted for Donald J. Trump to make America great. Y'all put them hats on, them red hats. Yes, and y'all went to those voting booths and y'all put that vote in and y'all was happy. Okay? So I want to show you why you can't pay your bills. Since nobody else is going to show you, nobody else is going to help you know. The Pentagon just spent $100 billion. I'm going to stay right here for a few minutes. The Pentagon just spent $100 billion, and you won't believe. Oh, you won't believe the things they spent that money on. Yeah, them people that you put into the goddamn office. Yeah, the administration that y'all voted for. You know, I want to say this before we go into this receipt right here. I remember watching the movie Dead Presidents. Y'all remember that movie Dead Presidents? Chris Tucker and Lorenz Tate. Yeah, good movie. Y'all remember when Cuddy, he was cutting her ass up, burning her ass up while you was out there in Vietnam fighting for them people? You remember? Everybody that remembers that movie the way I remember it, put a 1 in the chat. Do you remember when Cuddy were burning her chocolate ass up while you and Chris Tucker was out there in Vietnam? Oh yes. Cuddy was tearing her ass up. Yeah. Put your little baby to sleep. Burning her mama up all night long. While you and Chris Tucker was out there shooting missiles and running down through trees and twigs and all that. Well, there was a part in the movie that always stuck out to me. I remember watching that movie. I don't know if I was with my mother. I think I was with my mother. I feel like I was with my mother, right? But I remember at the end of that movie where they did that robbery. In that robbery, right? They went in there and Lorenz Tate, he got life in prison, and Chris Tucker, he ended up dying and overdosing, and that young lady, that beautiful chocolate Black Panther, she lost her life in that trash can. I always remembered the robbery scene. And I remember asking my mother, like, what was, where was they taking that money? In Dead Presidents, that money that they all died and went to prison for was money that the U.S. government plans to burn. At the end of every cycling year, they burn millions and billions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars. And I remember my mom telling me that, yeah, that money, baby G and B, they were going to burn that money. Burn it. Yes, the government burns hundreds of millions of dollars because they don't want it to recycle through the country and X, Y, and Z. And I just remember saying to myself, as poor as we are, you mean to tell me the government is burning money that they could just be given back to the people? And I remember that. Yeah. These things is what helped shape Baby G and BTV into who I am today. Why I talk like this. And Dead Presidents was a movie where I was exposed to the government at a young age, and I didn't know how to feel about it, and I was shocked. And I was asking my mama, like, so is this a real thing, or is this just a movie? And she was saying, no, Baby G and B, this actually happens every year. Every year, Baby G and B, they take all of these dollar bills to Washington, D.C., and they put it in a inferno, and they burn it. My mama didn't know what she did to me. But in my mind, my wheels started turning. I'm not really understanding this. Fast forward to today. Today, they still burn a lot of the money, but they burn it in different ways. Let's watch this receipt right here. Salute to this elderly lady. I want y'all to listen to this elderly lady, and let's go ahead and get into this receipt right here. Big salute to the chat. Yeah, I appreciate y'all being patient, but I like to tell these stories because these stories is what helped shape me. Why I'm such a revolutionary with this. Why I talk the way I talk and I stand on it. Yeah, because I remember small nuances. That whole movie, I remember Cuddy burning up your old lady while your ass was in Vietnam, and I always thought about that as well. If you leave a bitch too long, somebody gonna burn her ass up. She gonna swipe that motherfucking pussy, that wolf pussy. But I always remembered that part about that money too. All that goddamn money. You gave that man life in prison for some money. Your white ass was gonna burn any goddamn way. Go ahead and talk to the people. Go ahead and talk to the people, man. Look!
Pete Hegseth is back in the hot seat, this time for spending almost $100 billion in September of 2025 on luxury items for the Defense Department. Yes, in just 1 month. Those purchases include $98,000 on a Steinway grand piano for the Air Force Chief of Staff's home, $2 million on Alaskan king crab, and $7 million worth of lobster tail, which is apparently a favorite at the department. Open the Books, a government watchdog which broke the news, has been tracking Defense Department spending for nearly a decade, and September 2025 was record-setting. Part of the problem is that the Department of Defense, like most federal agencies, has a use-it-or-lose-it spending policy, meaning at the end of the fiscal year, officials have a spending spree so they don't end up with reduced budgets. One person quoted in the report compares September 30th to the government's Amazon Prime Day. But their everything must go mentality is being spent in some pretty concerning ways. $225 million on furniture, $15.1 million for ribeye steak, $124,000 for ice cream machines, $12,540 on 3-tiered fruit basket stands, $139,000 on 272 orders of donuts, $26,000 for sushi preparation tables, $26,000 on a violin, $22,000 on a custom handmade flute from the luxury Japanese brand Muramatsu. Not that we needed to put all of this in perspective, but as a reminder, in October, the administration said it couldn't fund SNAP benefits, and Trump called for the military budget to be raised to $1.5 trillion in 2027, up from $900 billion in 2026. For those of you who were sentient back in the 80s, you may remember the $600 toilet seat scandal. The Pentagon didn't literally buy a normal toilet seat for $600. It was a specialized one for a specific aircraft bathroom. But the incident exposed broader problems with wasteful defense spending. Fast forward 40 years, and that story pales in comparison to what we're seeing here. Yikes. Pete Hegseth is back in the hot seat, this time for spending almost $100 billion in September of 2025 on luxury items for the Defense Department.
Now I want to stop right there, but I'm gonna play that again because I want y'all to get I want y'all to really take into your mental Rolodex how they spent this $100 billion. Now, mind you, $100 billion. It's people out here that's complaining that the economy is trashed. The infrastructure is falling apart, right? And we pay all this money in taxes. And it's been like this for years. Like I said, the Dead President movie. Been like this for years. We pay all this money every year in taxes, and it's always an excuse. It's always a sob story on why we ain't got enough money and we in debt. We owe $2 trillion and we can't do this and we can't do that. But behind closed doors, they have a lose it, use it, or lose it policy. You either spend the money or you burn the money. And I'm trying to be as respectful as possible. The dog fur don't have enough gumption or wherewithal, the dog fur, to say to themselves, let's spread this money through the economy. We got an extra $100 billion in spending money. Let's bust this down and let's spread this through the households. Let's stimulate the economy. Let's get the work morale back up. Yeah, it's called workers' morale. Let's get everybody hyped up. Let's get this money. But instead of putting it to the inferno, instead of burning it like they used to do, they spending millions of dollars on lobster tails. Millions of dollars on grand pianos and king crab. Motherfucker bought king crabs and lobster. When y'all start eating like that, dog fur people in the chat, can you explain to me when did y'all get to sound like some shit we would do? You know what I'm saying? Sound like some Obama would do, grown man business TV. You put me in power and it's all that, mom, go ahead and get some crab legs. Yeah, I like lobster tails. Yeah, I done bought a couple of grills and all that. We can cook out. Yeah. But that's what they doing with our money. We gonna go deeper into that, but I want y'all to listen. Yeah, she got the dog fur. I saw you in the chat. But just listen to what this lady is saying. Yeah, dog fur or not, she giving up the game. Look at the top of the screen and pull your calculators out. Yeah. I'm gonna give you 2 seconds. Get your goddamn calculators out. Well, yeah. Want you to get the calculating this money. Yeah. Start counting this motherfucking money. Hey, $18,000 on a violin. $250,000 on a flute. What kind of flute was that? $298,000 on fruit baskets. Ain't that many goddamn fruit baskets in the world. And who is the people? You know, my mama make fruit baskets. I could have made a phone call to my mama, Mama G&B, and she could have made you however many fruit baskets you like for $280,000. The dog fur never been connected. Respectfully, y'all don't. That's why it's fur. That's why I'm telling you, it's fur. Because it's not hard to put 2 and 2 together. Hey, bro, we done paid NASA. We done paid all this money. We paying for Ukraine. Let's take this $100 billion and let's put it. Let's invest back into the country. How y'all don't know? How y'all don't know to do that? Cause y'all selfish. Cause the dog fur think everything about them. Let's go ahead and talk to the people, baby.
Yes, in just 1 month. Those purchases include $98,000 on a Steinway grand piano for the Air Force Chief of Staff's home, $2 million on Alaskan king crab,
$2 million on some Alaskan king crabs. Two million? Who is y'all feeding with these crabs? Hey, respectfully, I'm trying to keep this respectful, but I'm about to get real disrespectful. Yeah. I'm about to disrespect you. Yeah. I'm telling you, I'm giving you a forewarning. Yeah, I already told you. Yeah, I'm about to disrespect your ass. $2 million on Alaskan king crabs? Talk to the people, man. Look.
and $7 million worth of lobster tail, which is apparently a favorite at the department. Open the Books, a government watchdog which broke the news, has been tracking Defense Department spending for nearly a decade, and September 2025 was record-setting. Part of the problem is that the Department of Defense, like most federal agencies, has a use it or lose it spending policy, meaning at the end of the fiscal year, officials have a spending spree so they don't end up with reduced budgets. One person quoted in the report compares September 30th to the government's Amazon Prime Day. But their everything must go mentality is being spent in some pretty concerning ways. $225 million on furniture, $15.1 million for ribeye steak.
I'm about to disrespect. Listen to me. I'm trying so hard. $250 million on furniture. Where is the damn furniture at? $15.1 million on ribeye steaks. Yeah. My goddamn stomach growling. I just thought about that. You didn't hear that? You hear my whole goddamn stomach said, yeah, I heard you. Yeah, but where all them goddamn steaks at then? Talk to the people, man. I'm a disrespect your ass.
$124,000 for ice cream machines, $12,540 on 3-tiered fruit basket stands, $139,000 on 272 orders of donuts, $26,000 for sushi preparation tables, $26,000 on a violin, $22,000 on a custom handmade flute from the luxury Japanese brand Muramatsu. Not that we needed to put all of this in perspective, but as a reminder, in October, the administration said it couldn't fund SNAP benefits, and Trump called for the military budget to be raised to $1.5 trillion in 2027, up from $900 billion in 2026. For those of you who were sentient back in the 80s, you may remember the $600 toilet seat scandal. The Pentagon didn't literally buy a normal toilet seat for $600. It was a specialized one for a specific aircraft bathroom. But the incident exposed broader problems with wasteful defense spending. Fast forward 40 years, and that story pales in comparison to what we're seeing here. Yikes.
Yeah, salute, Charlie P. I see you in the chat. We're gonna get to that part. We're gonna definitely get to that. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm attempting to do right now is just to show, again, man, it's about articulating yourself. It's about having dialogue. I could easily get in here and get on my comedian bag and start frying y'all and we all be laughing. You know what I mean? But I need y'all to look at this and understand why y'all in this chat and why y'all in my DM. That is, what you gonna do about this? See, I'm just here to hold up the mirror. That same energy y'all have anytime there are whispers of a race war. You know all them videos when they talk about it's a race war coming in America. You see all these videos on YouTube of these white boys out there in the country with all these guns, and they talk about what they gonna do and how they want to do it and just let us go to war. But I could put it right in your face where all your money is going, and you won't say a word. I ain't seen a MAGA hat in about 2 years. Where's all the MAGA hats? Where y'all, what y'all burn them? Where's all the red MAGA hats at? Where's all the energy? Okay? Now, I told y'all recently that, it's about authority. When you accept something, you give away your authority. We have no power. In this realm, we are powerless. That's why the majority of people reach for something spiritual. You know what I'm saying? We are God body. We are made in the image of, however you want to word it, right? God is in us. We have the ability, but for some reason we feel powerless. So the majority of people take that initial feeling and they pray to something and they reach to something, and they don't reach within because they don't feel that. But you got to understand something. It's a reason for that. You can reach inside for the God in you all you want. The problem is you don't have that power in this matrix, in this realm. God has a certain power. Regardless if you feel the God in you, you don't have, you're powerless to that. Same thing with the evils. The evils have power in this realm. What we have is authority. That is a power within itself. That is something that is dangerous and it is powerful within itself. We have the authority. But see, with authority, you can't be a coward. Authority is a powerful tool. But if there's any kind of doubt, if there's any kind of cowardly heart in you, then what you do is relinquish your authority. You willingly relinquish your authority because you are a coward or you are scared. You're scared to die. You're scared to go to war. You're scared to fight. So instead of fighting or risking your life or going for broke, you will relinquish your authority. You will literally know that they are robbing you and you will continue to let them rob you. To remain comfortable, to remain happy, to keep everything in your comfort zone, what you will do is relinquish your authority. Yo, we're going to give you guys the jab. The jab, yeah. Well, what's in it? We don't know. We're still testing it. We don't really know what's in it, but regardless if we know what's in it or not, you're going to take it. You should take it. You want to travel, right? You want to go to work? You want to make money? You need to take this shot. Well, what's in it? Well, we don't know. We don't know. So, because you're scared to lose your job, because you're scared to not be able to travel, because they told you that you're not going to be able to X, Y, and Z, you relinquish your authority to say, we ain't doing that. We ain't taking that. Do what you got to do. You relinquish your authority and you take the jab. And then they tell you 2 weeks later, well, you need to take another one because that one's not going to work. And then you 4 jabs in now. You 4 shots in. I say all that to say to the dog fur. Let's not relinquish your authority. Let's stop complaining and let's apply your authority. We ain't going to work. Okay, you ain't. White people say they ain't going to work. Okay, well, it's way more y'all than us. That's what the census say, right? We are the minority. You are the majority. So if the majority stops going to work, if the majority stops paying taxes, if the majority is ready to go to war, we ain't got to do nothing but sit back, get our popcorn, and watch the show. If the majority stops going to work, it don't matter. We are only 13%. Y'all don't need us. But y'all need bravery. Y'all need y'all's authority. This is a situation where you're not going to be able to put a hood on and hide behind it. This is not a situation where you're gonna be able to hide behind your loan, your bank loan job and deny us loans. This ain't a situation where you're gonna be able to hide behind your one black friend so you don't have to claim racism. Oh, I'm not a racist. I have a black friend. This is a time where you're gonna have to stand on your whiteness. Stand on your dog fur and say, we ain't taking it no more. Grown Man Business TV showed me a receipt where y'all spent 15 million goddamn dollars on king crab legs. We ain't going to work. And if the majority doesn't go to work, something is going to get done. Where's all the people that ran up in that goddamn Capitol building? Where's they sons and nephews at? Where's all they cousins at? Those white boys that ran up in that building with them hats. Where's they brothers and they nephews and they sons at? That's ready to go to war. The issue is what I always been telling y'all, and this is respectfully. It's coming from a brother. White men have a cowardly heart. They only make certain moves. They only show their hate while hiding their hand. Oh, I'm not racism. I know I have a black friend. I used to play football with Tyrone. Me and Tyrone used to play on the same football team. I'm not racist. They put the Ku Klux Klan mask on because they don't want to stand on what they believe in. They want to coward. They want to do damage and they want to do dirt, but they don't want you to know it's them. This is a time where you either gonna stand as a man or you gonna fall as a coward. And we with y'all. You listen to me. To all the dog fur, you already know. You set this motherfucker off the right way. We gonna get in it. But we can't help y'all no more. We can't assist y'all. This is y'all situation. We've been telling y'all for years. This is what it really looked like. This is what it is. And now that it's here, y'all gonna make but see, y'all ain't made no move. Y'all scared. Respectfully. Y'all got that pussy. I just showed you what your people was doing with that money. I just told you in the movie Dead Presidents, Lorenz Tate, everybody went to prison for some money they was about to burn anyway. Bet money you don't get your ass up and go to work tomorrow. Yeah. Pay your taxes. Give up your authority. All right? Big salute to the chat. Yeah. Charlie, man, you was 100% right. I mean, I was going to tap into that too. But, I'm going to tell you something, Charlie. With these downloads, what I come to realize is they can't even get us straight. Like, even if it comes to reparations or whatever it is, that comes second to the rebellion. $100 billion. They could have easily funneled that through the economy, got this shit stimulated, and had it popping. Everybody get a check. Everybody looking at their check. Everybody done got a deposit, $10,000. Everybody saying, damn it, wifey got 10,000, I got 10,000. That's a quick 20. That's a quick dub. That should have put everybody, household in position to stimulate the economy. But these motherfuckers is so far gone, they spending 15 million on crab. Where the hell y'all buying these crab legs at? You want me to? I don't want to go too deep in this, but let me give you some game. When the government, when they spend that money with these businesses and they give contracts to certain businesses, that's they homies. Somebody in the Pentagon got a homie that fishes for king crabs, and they just gave them a contract for 15 million to supply $15.1 million of king crab. Somebody that they know has beef and cuts steak. They just spent $2 billion on steak. Somebody that they know has ice cream and makes ice cream machines. They spent a couple of $1 million on ice cream machines. They spreaded that money out amongst each other, gave each other tax breaks on that money, and made they people rich. Whew. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So we got to be honest. We at a time, to the dog fur. We at a time where it's time for y'all to ride out. It's time for y'all to start running down on these politicians and all that. Run up in the suburbs. Run up in them Hollywood hills and all that. Don't worry about us. We good. Stay here. We ain't got enough of y'all. Go over there where them people at. Stop going to work. I got a receipt that came across my desk. I'm gonna close out with this receipt. It was pretty interesting. Well, I'm gonna close out with that. I might close out. Let me see. I might close out with that receipt. But I'm gonna speak to something. I'm gonna close out with maybe I close. Let me see. Let me see. Let me that joint right there. Is it that one? Or was it this one? It might have been this one. I might talk about that another time, right? I'm gonna close out with this receipt right here. And this is for the dog fur. This is for y'all. This is a gift from me to you, right? One thing I spoke about that I did get a lot of feedback on is maybe about a month ago, some weeks ago, I spoke about how there are no more grandparents. You understand what I'm saying? Like when I was growing up, our grandmothers were like older women, right? They knew how to cook, rolls and they know how to cook things from scratch, and they made amazing sweet potato pies. And our grandmothers were really grandmothers, and they had a lot of wisdom. And these youngsters, like everything's changed. It's like these youngsters don't have grandmothers like real grandmothers. Most of them, they grandmama is young enough to be on Instagram popping pussy with a whole full face of makeup on. That's his grandmama. You know what I mean? Like it's real crazy times, right? And those older people, grandmothers, grandfathers, like they were very important. They were very, very important in installing, like, just making you confident, making you feel some type of legacy. Like you could look into their eyes and know like that's a part of your lineage, right? And it's a lack of that now. It's a real lack of that. And our grandparents, they didn't get involved in things we got involved in. They were so much older, right? They had let go of childish things. And I'm just so thankful to be able to have experienced that, like real elders. Like I said, these young boys, they grandmama might be 48. You know what I mean? They grandmama might be 48, right? On Instagram popping pussy, right? So to the dog fur, I want to let this older woman speak because I need y'all to understand that it's time to act, but it's not time to talk. Don't tell nobody what you gonna do. Don't tell nobody what you thinking or what you planning. Just go. Stop making these videos. We already know the economy is done. We already know. We don't need y'all to tell us what we already been knowing for the last 40 years. And this lady reminds me of a elder, a grandmother. The type of grandmother I remember. So when I saw this receipt come across my desk, I wanted to close with it, and I wanted to use it as a message to the dog fur. Not just a message to the dog fur, but a message to all of us. You understand what I'm saying? Don't tell nobody what you got going on between you and the Most High. Keep that between you and the Most High. Whatever your blessings is, whatever you got coming in, whatever's coming to you, don't go on Instagram. Don't go on Facebook. Don't go on TikTok. Don't come on YouTube. Keep that shit between you and the Most High. I'm going to elaborate a little bit more on that, but I want to get into this receipt. I want y'all to hear what I heard. To all the dog fur, you're welcome. This is my gift from me to you. One of our elders, one of these older women that bless our game. I'm going to let you hear some of the things that we grow up hearing. So maybe next time when y'all get that goddamn $100 billion, you can know what to do with it. Yeah, can know how to goddamn, y'all need some elders. Go ahead and talk, sweetheart. Go ahead and talk to these people, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's all I can say. Go ahead and talk to them. Yes, ma'am.
God is getting ready to elevate you. And the Lord sent me to tell you, you need to be quiet. I don't care who it is. You don't need to tell no one. I don't care who you're pillow talking with. You don't need to speak to them. God been giving you visions. And this time, it's just for you and him. You cannot speak on it until it is complete. See, you're in isolation and you think it's punishment, but God is preparing you to position you. There's a promise on your life. There's a promise on your bloodline. God has things planned years ahead that he's preparing you for. Joseph, listen to me. Joseph was thrown in a pit by the very people he loved. I don't care who it is. You cannot tell them your dream. You cannot tell them your vision. In this season, in this time of preparation, I know God is speaking to you. And I know he's showing you some things that you are just excited about. I know he's showing you some things that he promised you. I know he's speaking to you in your dreams. I know he's showing you visions. I know he's constantly confirming what he promised you. The promised land of milk and honey, a promised land of great provision, a promised land of more than enough, a promised land for you to feed generations to come. Joseph had to be in isolation for many years before he got put in position in order to feed the generations after him. It was years before Joseph was able to feed his same family members that threw him in a pit. You know why? Because they got jealous of the dream that he told them. See, what God is telling you is not for everybody. Everybody not going to see what God is showing you. They will not understand. I don't care who it is, how much you love them, how much you think they have your back, how much you think they're going to be happy for you. Your children. Because, see, it's not just the people that you talk to. Satan have his demons. Satan have his workers of iniquity all around the people of God, all around the chosen children of God. And he just waiting to hear God's plan. Because Satan ain't smart enough to know what God got down the line. He know that you're chosen.
Whew, now, she said a whole bunch of other things, but I just wanted to give y'all a taste of how we was raised, how the elders around us, how they talk to us, what would make us be connected. Why it's not hard for us to understand what's supposed to happen. It don't take a rocket science to run this country. It ain't rocket science to run this country. You got all the American citizens paying taxes. You got trillions of dollars every year that can easily make this a metropolis. This shit could be a metropolis. I'm talking, I'm telling you, I be having so many ideas and visions. Grown man business TV for president. I can show you how to do this. Yeah, send me your tax money. I can show you how to do this and still have a couple of, $500 billion to give back to the people, to the dog fur. This how our ancestors and our elders talk. They don't talk racism to us about y'all. They don't waste no breath talking to us or making racist jokes about y'all. Our elders don't talk about y'all like that. They give us the game. They give us the game on how to do this. Y'all lack this. And see, I want to be very specific, right? Because to the dog fur that I'm talking about, y'all ain't connected to the reptilians like that. Trust me, they don't relate to y'all. They don't look at y'all as brothers or as peers. They look at y'all just like everybody else. So the sooner y'all realize y'all are not a part of the yacht club, the sooner y'all realize that it's a calling on what y'all supposed to do. It's a calling on what y'all supposed to the dog fur. White people. It's a calling on y'all. And if y'all could get that cowardly heart out of y'all chest and get big and bad, y'all will know exactly what to do. Now, to what my homie Charlie P was saying, right? Due to the things that y'all ancestors did on American soil, a lot of y'all is gonna have to spill blood for this. Y'all really want to change this? Y'all really want to get out this matrix? Y'all really want to get out this figure four? A lot of y'all is gonna have to shed blood and die on American soil for this. That's why y'all scared. It ain't gonna be ain't no talking gonna get y'all out of this. The sins of the parents will fall on the children. The sins of your forefathers is falling on y'all lap, and they sins is heavy. Heavy debt got to be paid for those sins of your forefathers. And your forefathers, they didn't even think about y'all. They didn't even think about y'all when they was doing all that they was doing. The universal law, you can't get around that. The sins of your forefathers is why y'all in the position y'all in today. And ain't no talking gonna get out of it. Ain't no money gonna save you. We telling y'all, give us reparations and everything gonna be all right. But Charlie, the download telling me that reparations can't save them. Money ain't gonna fix the blood y'all shed in them oceans, in them slave quarters, on American soil. The babies y'all fed to alligators, the things y'all did, the diabolical things that your ancestors did, it's not a penny amount. It ain't a dollar amount that could save you from that. When y'all realize that you gotta go out. I'm going out with big guns and sharp knives, revolvers, cause automatics jam at the wrong time. Like shots from the brass knuckle. Get the niggas with the buckle. Now buck you. Like I ain't got nothing to live. Like as if you had guns to my kids, man. I'm going all out. Y'all ain't never heard that Mobb Deep song? Murder Music, the album Murder Music, going out, Mobb Deep, Lil C's. Those words give me the, cause you gotta, it's gonna be a point where you gonna have to go all out. You gonna have to give it up. And when enough blood is shed, I read those DMs, right? I read those comments, and I was like, damn, I erased a couple of them because them joints was mad long. But once the downloads downloaded, the download said, nah, this not gonna be comedy hour tonight. This gonna be the God's honest truth. We in the same pot. Y'all ain't no different than we all in the same pot. When it comes to the higher ups and the elites, we are all below the poverty line. Big house and all. They look at it, well, I'm not below it, but I'm right. Yeah, we all right at the poverty line if you ain't below it. You need a couple million, you need 100 million, you need about 10 to 15, 20 to 100 million for these people to see you at a little bit above the poverty line. We all adjacent. Either you adjacent or you below the poverty line. So it ain't really no difference between me and you. You think I hate you, but you just gotta get out your feelings. You got to get that female mentality out you. Don't be mad at me for bringing you the truth. I don't mind being the bearer of bad news. I love it. I love telling you exactly what it is. It ain't no hate. We in the same pot. We shop at the same Costco's. We go to the same Walmart and the same Publix and the same gas stations. You know that, right? I'm gonna be real honest with you. Marriage. I know it's a lot of content on marriage, and it's a lot of second guessing, and is your shorty gonna jump out there, and is she gonna be for the streets, and but I'm gonna tell you the business side of that is it's a two income household, man. It's a two income household. Yeah, I'm not under the poverty line. We good. Yeah, we good. Cause I listened to the discernment. I listened to that voice. I know what I was supposed. And Shorty was a wife. She had the potential to be a wife, so I made her a wife. And now niggas ain't hurting. It's a lot of you niggas hurting, bro. A lot of you motherfuckers wish y'all. Why you think all these women always talking about what you can do for them? Because subconsciously they wish they had a husband or a two income household where they ain't have to do this and they ain't have to do that, and they could. And it's only gonna get worse. In that Bible, it say a man that find a wife, he finds a good thing. It also says that your wife is supposed to multiply what you bring to the table. But again, we don't gotta get biblical because you gotta go out, man. And until y'all ready to really go to war, then no need to make these videos. We already know. We already know the American dream is a joke. We already know, it's you got to make ends meet. We already know how it feel to work 100 hours a week. Our parents was working 2 and 3 jobs. We grew up like this. Why you don't see too many black people having these outbursts? Why you think you don't see 100,000 black people goddamn recording videos saying, because we grew up like this. We already know. Our mama wasn't never, my mama won't home. My parents used to come home late. I used to get out of school. When I got up to go to school, my parents were going to work. When I got home from school, my parents wasn't home yet. I used to come home, eat some ravioli, watch Pinky and the Brain and Animaniacs and Batman Returns. Yeah, I used to watch Batman Returns and Animaniacs. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. And then I used to go outside. My mama used to come home around 7, 8 o'clock at night. Pops used to come home around like 10:30, 11. My mama used to have his food ready for him and all that. I remember every day. I remember that nigga come home, whoop, whoop, do his 1, 2 thing, whoop. My mama set the little plate, the little table up in front of the couch and all that. He used to watch TV, eat his dinner. They do whatever they gonna do. I either leave out the house or I was still going to school, so I'm back in my room. We grew up with our parents not being around. You think, oh, those black people, their parents are never home. Irresponsible. Nah, they got 3 jobs, nigga. The economy been, man, the last time I heard adults saying that the economy was good was Bill Clinton was in office. I remember as a young man hearing my uncles and OGs on the block say, oh, it's money in the street, man. Baby GMB TV, it's money everywhere. Bill Clinton is in office. That's the last time I remember anybody in my community saying that it was money on the floor. Them people are going to do this right in front of us because we have given up our authority. Black people, we've been getting robbed. They've been Tuskegee Airmen experiments. They've been took our authority. They done got us to a point where even if we have our authority, they got the system set up around us to where we can't move, my G. It's a trap. It don't matter how all we got to do is reach for the wallet. They gonna shoot. All we got to do is put our hands up. They gonna shoot. White boys, it's your turn. It's your turn to get out there. Y'all the only ones on American soil that still got the movement. Y'all still got the camouflage on y'all. They still think y'all believe the American dream. Y'all, it ain't nobody, ain't no Asians, ain't no Mexicans, ain't no blacks, ain't nobody could do nothing. They will eliminate. Y'all the only ones. We waiting on y'all. All right? Big salute to the chat, man. Big salute to y'all. Big salute to all y'all in my DM. I hope y'all get this message. I hope y'all comprehend what I'm telling you. Get out your feelings, man. Pull your goddamn skirt up and get your panties out a bunch. Yeah. I need to make sure you understood me. Pull your skirt up, because a lot of y'all panties is showing. You white boys, y'all panties is showing right now. Pull your skirt up. Cover your thong up. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. And go to war. Yeah. Goddamn right. I'm ready. We gonna listen to me. Go ahead and get baby. Go ahead and pop me some popcorn. Put a little bit of butter on. I don't want a lot of butter. Yeah, I don't like a lot of butter. Put a little butter on it. We gonna watch the show. Baby, you got that popcorn popping? I appreciate you. Yeah. Yeah, we gonna pop this motherfucking popcorn. Yeah, we wanna see. Somebody gonna live stream it. Go out that mother. Yeah, well, yeah. The same way your people ran up in that Capitol building. Do something. Go out there to DC and run up in the goddamn. Do it. Big salute to the chat, man. Listen. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Y'all know how we giving it up. Let me see what the chat talking about. Justin, what it do, my G? I see you in here. Yeah, man. Man, it's time. It's time, man. It's time. Get that. Y'all got, I've been telling y'all got that cowardly heart. They in my why are you calling us cowards? Talking about the dog fur? Yeah. Y'all only got energy when y'all think it's a race war. Because y'all know on American soil, y'all got more access to guns than we do. Y'all got more access to a lot of things, land, all that shit. Y'all want to go to war with us. While the damn Pentagon spending $15.1 billion on goddamn sirloin steaks and all that. 2.8 billion on goddamn lobster tails. 12 billion on king Alaskan crab legs and big ass king crabs. You can't pay your rent, but you can't pay your mortgage. They done shut down your farms. Y'all all on YouTube talking about your farms, and as soon as they talk about a racial war, y'all ready to go to war. I seen all the receipts. Y'all got all the motherfucking rations, the guns, you got all the energy when you think it's war with me. But them people in the Pentagon, y'all ain't went to the Pentagon. They done locked up all your uncles that ran up in that Capitol building, locked their asses up. Y'all ain't winning their footsteps and went to war. Yeah, they just gonna go. Yeah, exactly, Charlie. Exactly. And the beautiful thing is, I could point out times where we started pushing the line. The Black Panther movement. Yeah. You know, Bobby Seale, Huey P. Newton, Fred Hamilton. Young black men that was ready to go to war, and guess what y'all did? Guess what they did to them boys? Assassination. Y'all ain't never had a movement like that unless it was some racial shit. Y'all ain't never had nothing but the Ku Klux Klan where y'all was doing stuff to poor black people. But soon as it's time to do something with the government, y'all quiet in the motherfucker. You done put your goddamn MAGA hats away. You done took your MAGA hats off, and I ain't seen a MAGA hat in 2 years on the internet. I ain't seen a Make America Great Again hat in the last goddamn 12 months. I'm talking nowhere. They nowhere to be found. And then you get in my DM and get mad when I give y'all the title as cowardly hearts, like the Cowardly Lion and all that. Yeah, the Cowardly Lion. Yeah, if you ain't got that, then show me. Show us. Show us that y'all got it in y'all. Y'all ready to do it. I'm gonna apply pressure to this. I'm gonna speak to this maybe in a couple of days. I'm gonna apply pressure the same way I'm applying pressure to Trump. I'm gonna apply pressure to y'all. Yeah. Don't waste your time in my DM. Don't waste your time in my comment section. Holla at Billy. Holla at Bob. Yeah. And y'all start goddamn rallying up your troops. Rally up the troops. This is the United States of Israel. This is not who you thought it was. This is no longer what you was raised to believe. That's the triple cross. The United States of Israel. This is not the American dream. It's time for y'all to go and get this. Y'all want the American dream? It's time to go to war. Yeah, you gonna have to die about it. You ain't willing to do that, is you? Take your ass back to work then and close your mouth and get your women off the internet too. Get them Karens off the internet talking all that, yeah, with them sob stories and all that. Tell her ass to go to work. Take your ass, Karen, get your ass to go ahead to work then, Karen. We ain't doing all that. I'm gonna do another live stream on this where all them white women calling y'all cowards and saying y'all, yeah, them white women was saying that. They was calling y'all cowards a couple of months ago. Yeah, them white women was all on the internet calling y'all. With that being said, you already know what time it is. It is your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. Listen. I suggest you tap into this grown man business. I suggest you tap into this grown man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the brick, directly into the bottles. Straight off the brick, directly into the bottles. Straight raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoating nothing. We not dressing nothing up. I'm only here to give you this game. Straight raw, pure dope. No fentanyl, no baking soda, no quinine. We ain't water whipping this dope and we ain't counter whipping this dope. It's straight off the brick into the bottles. All right? Yeah, I took this opportunity to just lay into this topic, deliver these downloads. I want y'all to remember that we are all in the same pot. It's only y'all that was tricked out of position to think that y'all was more than what y'all are. We've never seen a Fortune 500 CEO hanging out with a hillbilly. Yeah, we never seen none of these. Yeah, them people don't connect to y'all. They in a whole different tax bracket. Okay? And now all they doing is showing y'all out in the open that y'all was never a part of that. See, these things are all put in place to see if you're going to put that cowardly heart to the side and you're going to go get what's yours. Because if you go get what's yours, it's inevitable that it's your turn. That's why we not doing no marching. You don't see us doing no looting. You don't see us outside as black. We done already shed enough blood on American soil, black men and black women. So we not gonna do that. These white women all in these videos, it's time to strap up and lace up your boots. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Don't be lazy. Stop complaining. And let's do it. All right, so big salute to the chat. We're gonna get up out of here, man. I was about to say something to y'all. Oh, yeah, I wanted to show y'all. So I might show. I'm gonna show it anyway. But so I went live last night. I talked about Gucci Mane and 40 Foreign. Fucci Mane and 40 Alo Foreign and Pooh Shiesty, yeah, it go green. But when I did that video about Ashley Gonzalez, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, está cinco, the police officer Ashley Gonzalez, who had all that to say about black people, they don't want to pay me for that video. It went yellow. You know what? I wanted to say this out loud because I know y'all watching. The higher ups and the elites. I know y'all pay attention, right? Normally when my videos go yellow, I take them down. If I ain't getting paid for it, I don't like to leave it up on my channel. But see, the download said, don't fall for that. They didn't let that video go green because they think you're going to take it down for how you was talking about them people. Well, guess what? Yellow or not is staying up. Yeah, I'm not taking it down. Yeah, look. Look at this. Look. Gucci Mane and Foliato Foreign, green. Ashley Gonzalez, yellow. Look. Let me show you. Look at this. Look. Confirmed by review. This video has been confirmed by manual review as not suitable for most advertisers. Oh, you didn't want, you don't want to pay me. Well, I'm not going to take it down. I said what I said. Anybody shaped like a Chipotle burrito, don't cheat. They can't talk. Yeah. Don't talk about my people. You're shaped like a loaded potato. Yeah, baked potato loaded. Yeah. Most, if your ass is shaped like a loaded baked potato, you need to watch your mouth when it comes to my people. You didn't like when I said that about that young lady? You didn't like that I told her she was built like a loaded baked potato with extra guacamole and extra sour? Yeah. Goddamn black beans and rice and yeah. If your ass is shaped like a burrito from Chipotle fresh out the aluminum foil, then your ass can't talk about, don't talk about my people. Leave black women and black people out your mouth. And they didn't want to pay me because I said, all right, well, you know what? It is what it is. I'm going to leave it up anyway. I don't give a damn. You talking, you a whole police officer shaped like a goddamn Chipotle burrito. Yeah, you know how when you take them Chipotle burritos fresh out the aluminum foil? Yeah, she shaped, yeah, that's how her, yeah, she looked like that. I seen pictures of you. Yeah, it's full of guacamole and the quesadillas and tortillas. And yeah, you've been eating quesadillas and tortillas your whole life. The higher ups and the elites ain't like how I was getting at it, but they don't mind when I talk about Gucci and when I talk about Faliado Foreign and when I talk about Big 55 and Pooh Shiesty and Baby Shiesty and Daddy Shiesty. When I talk about these people, they give me the green light. They encourage me to keep doing it. They pay me to keep doing it. But when I talk about one of these rogue ass Mexican police officers smelling like goddamn Goya, yeah, I wouldn't dare ride in the police office. I would have changed partners. I would have got with the sergeant. We need to change. What's going on, GMB? Yeah, she smelled like black beans and rice and Goya. I can't ride with her. I'm sorry, officer. I'm sorry, sir. I can't ride with her. Yeah. I don't like how she make the soft. I like the American soft tacos. I don't like the Mexican stuff. I like, yeah, them shit's dry. Ain't enough juice in them goddamn soft taco, bitch. I don't want your soft taco. I don't want the dog fur nowhere near me. Keep the dog fur far away from me. Smelling like goddamn chicken quesadillas and tortillas and yeah, and tequila and all at the same time. Fried beans and goddamn rice. I don't want your ass in here. Yeah. She got the build of a Chipotle loaded baked potato with a loaded extra goddamn what is it? Chavis on it. The green, yeah. Put extra chives on it. Keep my people out your mouth, sweetheart. I swear, I promise you. I wish I was in Houston. Mrs. Gonzalez. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, we'll figure out where your mama at. I'm just playing YouTube. Figure out where you figure out. I'm just playing YouTube. I guarantee you got some family members that don't want to see ICE, and I will call ICE on your ass. I'm not a part of the streets. Yeah, I don't abide by the street. Cool. Yeah, I call ICE on your people, ma'am. Mrs. Gonzalez, your auntie, your well-eye. Yeah, your well-eye. Put ass in handcuffs. Get ass across that border. Your niece and nephews. Yeah, anybody that got a problem with ICE in your family, I call the police on. I send ICE straight to you. But I wanted to say that out loud, YouTube, because I know y'all watch. You know, I'm respectfully, allegedly. This is all for educational use only. YouTube, I'm sorry. This is all just for educational use. This is not real. This is not real. This is all Allen Iverson, if you know what I mean. This is all Allen Iverson. Yeah. This all I was just playing. This not even real. This all Allen Iverson. Yeah, I like to call it Allen. The only AI I acknowledge is Allen Iverson. So I'm not gonna call it AI. It's Allen Iverson. Yeah, they tried to take my little money up off me. Fuck them. Big salute to the chat. Yeah. You don't get to talk about no black women and no black people. Yeah, you know exactly how them Chipotle burritos look when you take the aluminum foil off it. They roll that big ass Chipotle burrito up on the they roll that motherfucker up and stuff it down. All right. Big salute to the chat, man. Y'all already know what time it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. We gonna have fun with this. And I'm not, nah, I didn't hold back. And I'm not gonna hold back. Especially when it comes to hell nah. But we growing organically, man. We approaching 61,000 as we speak. We on our way up. We ain't stopping. So I appreciate y'all for locking in with me. Y'all already know how we do. Charlie P, man. Salute my G. I appreciate you. Mr. Universe. Wisdom B. You know what I mean? Justin Layton. Salute to you, my G. I'm gonna have to get you a nickname or something, homie. Start calling you. I'm gonna just call you Justin. But salute to Justin. I see you in the chat. And we about to get up out of here. Matter of fact, since I got y'all in here with me already, let's do what we normally do. Let's take care. Let's take care of what we need to take care of. Handle this business. You see that? Ooh, money green. Motherfucker money green, ain't it? You see that money green? Motherfucker doing tricks on their ass. Yeah, that whole doing tricks. Oop, there it go. Oop, there it go. Oop, there it go. There it go. There it go. Doing tricks on their ass. You see it? Oop, there. Go ahead and turn green. Where that money at? Got that green for me. Oop, there it is. There it is. Oop. Bam. Motherfucker turning tricks, man. Oh, shit. Let me see something. I'm be scared of this motherfucker, man. These goddamn animals out here. Got to be careful, these animals. Animals burn your ass up. You goddamn ants, man. You got to be careful with these ants, dude. Jesus Christ. Alright. Yeah, I might go swimming tomorrow. Man. I might hop in that pool tomorrow. Let me see how she feel. Woo, damn, that motherfucker warm, boy. Hold on. Damn. That motherfucker warm. I know I ain't had that heat on. Let me see something. I know goddamn well I ain't had that heat on. No, I didn't have the heat on, okay. I got that candle on. Alright. Big salute to the chat. Y'all already know what time it is, man. It's your boy Grown Man Business TV. You know what I'm saying? And you can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest. And I suggest you tap in. Gang.